I would like to express our deepest appreciation for your participation in the Korean War and World War II. We want to say hello and thank you in person because we are here today. We will never forget your love and dedication in fighting for our country. Thank you.
I'll just ask the director. First honor, Greg for Michelle.
Very good.
Yeah, you're like Korean food?
I was in Korea, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, long time ago.
I can't eat all of it. I want to take it. I want to take it.
Thank you very much.
1 year war in Korea War. 1 year, 1953. Yeah.
I was Japan 49, came back to the States. Korea started. My outfit volunteered to go over there, and we designed this patch for the Korean War. So I did a year there, and then we came home to Japan again for a little while. Then I came home, and I loved it over there. Both countries. I love Japan. I love Korea.
How many months? How many years over there? How many months?
Well, I did 4 years, but
4 years.
1 year was in the Korean thing.
Which city you memorize that? The Seoul, whether Incheon?
I went everywhere. I remember being in Seoul, and then at the 38th parallel, we were there.
Yeah, way back Korea or not?
I would like to go back.
Oh, you go back?
No, I would love it.
But you know that Korea is the one of the fast growing country in the world. Do you know that?
I think it is, yes.
아 그래요? 아니 뭐 다 알만한 분들만 앉아 계신데 뭐 어떤 사람이
Hi, my name is Amy Nam from Los Angeles, UC Riverside, class of 2006. This is the KUP Special News. Minister Kim of Foreign Affairs and Trade of South Korea urged North Korea to give up on nuclear weapons, instead give up on his daydream. Gaddafi's end can only make North Korea give up their nuclear weapons program. On December 11, 2011, Foreign Minister Kim urged North Korea's Kim Jong-il to stop the uranium enrichment activities and to push forward non-nuclearization of the Korean peninsula. The Korean Unity Press USA judged for itself on December 12, 2011, that even though the guarantee for providing for the Carrot 2, North Korea is ensured if and when North Korea scraps their nuclear program. Kim Jong-il, who came to know the tragic end of Gaddafi, showed a red light of hesitation for his reluctant determination for changeability of non-nuclearization, which eventually made the possibility of solution much less. If the United States of America and China fail to dissuade North Korea's Kim Jong-il, more than $50 billion must be compensated. In the future, the United States would engage itself in a military campaign against North Korea. If that happens, Kim Jong-il would try to occupy Seoul through the completed tunnel. The failure to scrap the North Korea's nuclear weapons program started from then. South Korean President Kim Yong-sam's ignorance. Park Geun-hye's camp must get ready for a revamp project for the National Intelligence Service to such level as dismantlement of the service organization. The service organization, the stage for South Korea, North Korea summit talk, and the like broken in pieces due to the North Korea's demand for more than $5 billion. Because South Korean Lee Myung-bak's regime has failed to completely get rid of the leftist and pro-North Korean people in the National Intelligence Service, the forces planted by such former South Korean presidents as Kim Dae-jung and Roh Moo-hyun, leaving aside the recent failures in driving the policy toward North Korea, which should have been based on a firm principle, it makes even more impossible for the South Korea to carry out its national policies and to protect the national entity of South Korea, which makes a counter-strategy for this situation urgent time and again. Especially the secret maneuvers of the leftists in National Intelligence Service is threatening to the national entity of South Korea. So unless these forces are eradicated, even though many of these forces have been gotten rid of by Lee Myung-bak government, even the life of President Lee Myung-bak, who has performed the policy toward North Korea based on a principle rather than the hard line, cannot be guaranteed because there are so many elements in the nucleus of the forces still remain and stage the secret maneuvers. In this context, extraordinary countermeasures should be taken by Park Geun-hye government or any other whatsoever to eradicate these kinds of threatening forces, which continue to try to harm the nation of South Korea by such a manner as even intervening deploy in the South Korean national policy toward North Korea. The Park Geun-hye camp must from now on get ready to get rid of the leftists in the National Intelligence Service. They should not undervalue this organization. A series of recent failures in driving the policies like South-North Korean summit talk and military talks was exactly pointed out previously by the Korea Unity Press USA from the point of view that North Korea has demanded an exorbitant amount of money from South Korea for compensation for the damage and loss derived from South Korea's non-feasance of the 6.15 and 10.4 joint declarations of South and North Korea. On December 13th, 1999, then South Korean President Tae Woo-ro met the prime ministers of North Korea who visited South Korea. The fundamentalist agreement between South and North Korea drawn up and signed at the order of the higher-ups saying we will change North Korea and induce them to open their society to the outside world without paying attention to the advice of the Korean Unity Press. But as a matter of fact, in 1972, the second joint Communique of South and North Korea was declared. However, on December 13th, 2011, Mr. Won Sik-chung, then Prime Minister of South Korea, who signed the related agreements on behalf of South Korea, expressed his afterthought 20 years after the joint communique at his interview with Yonhap News. The agreement was made for the purpose of reconciliation, non-aggression, and mutual exchange and cooperation between South and North Korea, but it turned out to be a useless thing. He admitted that it was a failure. His speeches seemed brilliant. The representative of the Korea Unity Press USA now feels nearly in tears. Immediately after the fundamental agreement was adopted at that time, the National Security Planning Board of South Korea in Seoul made an emergency call to the Korea Unity Press USA and asked the Korean Unity Press to analyze the intentions of North Korea. For this request, the reporter of KUP, after a 2-day study, contacted them via fax. The intention of North Korea is a kind of tactic of Mao Zedong to disentangle the tangled threads, the bogged down situation between South and North Korea in today's terms, and it will likely be stopped in 3 months. Thank you for listening. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.